Amber Heard caught acting during testimony. Johnny Depp is suing his ex-wife Amber Heard. He's suing her for libel in the US state of Virginia. This is over an article she wrote for the Washington Post in 2018. The court is also hearing from friends, family members, and staff who worked with and spent time with the former couple during the 6-week hearing. But something is not right somewhere. From all indications, Amber seems to be acting. We'll soon find out more about this case from celebrity gossip. Meanwhile, it's obvious most fans do not know that in addition to domestic violence, Johnny was also accused of sexually assaulting Amber. According to her, Johnny sexually assaulted her in 2013. He's grabbing my breast, he's touching my thighs, he rips my underwear off and proceeds to do a cavity search. He shoves his fingers inside me, a halting Heard told the court between tears after revealing how Depp pulled off her dress in anger, Amber said. This incident happened after Depp accused another woman of flirting with the bisexual Heard at the HICKSVILLE trailer park out in the California desert. I just stood there looking at the light. I didn't say stop or anything. Amber added in one of the most emotionally charged instances of the trial that started on April 11. Johnny sued Heard in March 2019 over a late 2018 Washington Post op-ed that she wrote about being a survivor of domestic abuse and never mentions the actor by name. He has always denied he was violent to his ex-wife and has never sexually assaulted her. Instead, he insists that he was the abused one in the relationship. Amber and Johnny started their part of the case earlier this week. The defense has been laying out the alleged physical, emotional, verbal, and sexual abuse, first through clinical and forensic psychologist Dr. Dawn Hughes, and beginning today, Heard herself. My lip went into my tea and it got a little blood on the wall, Heard noted, adding her then boyfriend wears a lot of rings. Later, in explaining a July 2013 yacht ride with Depp and his then teenage kids, the actress said of her nearby downcast Rum Diary co-star, "There's no off button with Johnny. He could fucking kill me. I'm an embarrassment," Amber said amidst tears. According to her, the first time Johnny hit her was in winter 2011. "I laughed. I thought he was joking and he slapped me across the face," the often tearful actress said of the reaction from her then boyfriend as she inquired about a tattoo he had as the two were drinking together. "I laughed because I didn't know what else to do," she told the court. Just like in Amber's earliest testimony, Johnny barely looked at his frequently crying ex-wife as she spoke about their life together. Instead, he seemed to be fixated on something on the table in front of him. "Look at when the velvety love the duo had when things were good." Amber earlier pulled back the curtain on the couple's relationship, turning sour in and around 2012, with an allegedly heavily drinking Johnny calling her a whore, denigrating her fashion choices, and throwing objects and punches close to her. In her testimony, Amber also told the judge, jurors, and others in the Fairfax Country Courthouse of how she became adroit at reacting to Depp depending on if he was allegedly on speed or cocaine or Adderall or any other of seemingly pantheon of substances. Now, it's become clear that most times Johnny was high on substances. Talking about more instances of alleged escalated abuse, the rage this man had, and Amber's subsequent hyperbolic pledge, like that he would rather cut my hand off than ever lay it on you. Amber brought up a term the jury has heard before during his testimony, and that of others. Amber said on one particular occasion in 2012, the sometimes disappearing Johnny admitted to her that he had a problem with booze and drugs. "I put that fucker away. I killed that monster," Johnny told her, the latter term being frequently explained in prior testimony, remarkably as referring to Johnny's sobriety, not his drinking and drugging. Amber Heard caught acting during testimony. Amber Heard's body language betrayed her conflicting emotions as she took the stand yesterday for the first time in her blockbuster defamation trial with her ex-husband. She wept as she told the Virginia courthouse how she was repeatedly hit by the jealous Johnny, who performed a cavity search on her for cocaine after ripping off her clothes during her testimony in the bombshell trial. But body language expert Judy James told Mail Online that it is difficult to read the emotions from the A-list case, as both of them are actors who know how to play a captivating worldwide audience. Such a difficult case, right? It's likely that they've been trained by their legal team in advance of their testimonies, but slight movements or expressions can give away their true feelings, while fully revealing their guilt or innocence. When Amber first took the stand, she deliberately addressed her answer smilingly towards the jury in an attempt to humanize her and create an emotional bond. But during the often graphic testimony, the actress portrayed emotion by appearing to sob and scrunching her nose without actually crying. Her hand gestures were conjurous with her words, often used for expression before her words, which is usually a sign of authenticity, Judy said. She also stared down Johnny, who escaped her gaze, which could either be seen as a dominant power play or an attempt at openness and honesty. Before you jump to conclusions, do not forget, Amber is an actress. She can play any role she wants comfortably. Previously in the trial, Johnny won the heart of viewers for his coolness and jokes on the stand, while Amber sat back silently throughout, occasionally whispering to her legal team. But now she's giving a much more animated display, veering from smiles to sobs as she charts their volatile relationship. Amber told the court that in May 2013, she and Johnny were on a vacation at a trailer park in HICKSVILLE, California, near Joshua Tree, where he performed a cavity search on her, looking for cocaine after he accused her of flirting with another woman. The actress also recounted the first time she was hit by Johnny after she asked him about one of his tattoos. The actress appeared visibly emotional during these moments, but some pointed out it was hard to see any tears rolling down her face. Instead, Amber appeared to crumple her chin and tearlessly sob during the testimony to highlight her emotional state. The cameras made it hard to pick out if they had formed in her eyes or if her eyes had reddened. This, like everything, is a complicated point. When guilty people perform tears, they often try to hide their dry eyes, poking them with their fingers, squeezing them shut tight, or prodding them with a hanky. When they do cry for real, the streaming tears are often prompted by self-pity. Amber seemed to be truncated, but is it acting or bad acting or the innocent complex response of someone with mixed emotions? Judy said. Amber's facial expressions became more animated when she spoke about abuse. She spoke in detail and her expressions seemed to range from shock and bewilderment to disgust and anger. She kept her head held up and any suggestion of tears came from a change in her vocal tone and a chin crumple, she added. Well, according to Judy, Amber using her right hand, which was visible as she related dramatic moments from her past, and in general her gestures began before her words were formed, is usually a sign of authenticity. She used whole volleys of illustrative or mime gestures as she related moments and events in detail, which would again suggest she was seeing them in her mind, Judy narrates. But there's a different view. According to actor Bull, who judged from an actor's perspective, knowing that Amber is an actress is enough evidence to look at her testimony critically. Now hear what she has to say. But knowing that she has a performing background, to see her being so big and seeing that she's trying to get eye contact with every juror, I don't know about you, but anytime I recall trauma, I'm not trying to see if every person is making eye contact with me. If anything, I'm actually probably shying away from eye contact because it's such a vulnerable moment, especially what she was talking about, which is abuse and domestic violence and all sorts of crazy stuff. I thought that was a little weird. Bull, who has 1.8 million followers on TikTok, concluded her clip with a disclaimer that everybody shares their trauma in different ways. Amber's body language keeps selling her out. With time, we shall find out who's lying and who's saying the truth. But before that, who do you think is being honest between Amber and Johnny? Drop your comments and answers in the box below.